Welcome, everyone, to the home of the war chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Seminoles will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Tar Heels return team will have that offense backed up. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Things did not go their way in ACC play last year. This year, an opportunity maybe to turn things around.
And we've seen people in this league turn things around. The ACC every year, it seems like, like Reese, you always say, spinning that wheel of destiny. Who's going to be in the championship game? So it's not unheard of that you can have a bad season and turn it around. So, Jesse, a lot of examples to point to as they kick off the season.
Yeah, it is critical then to get off to a fast start. Right? They've got to come out here in their first conference game in ACC play and put it all together. Offense has to march the ball, score points. Defense needs to get some stops and create some takeaways and set a standard for yourself throughout the course of the season.
Caught over the middle, it's Johnson. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, the number one thing you want to do with a jet sweep is make that thing bounce, right? Don't let it get outside right now. Make that thing go east-west, not north-south. Great job by the defense being ready for that jet sweep.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Scanning the field, it's Harrell. Lets it fly. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Seminoles offense has the ball for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that, a cornerback, that could do that in a game like this. But this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Just slithered through the tackle when he's got room to run. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
All right, how about the draw play? What's the first thing you have to do? You got to sell pass. Everybody believes it for just a second. The running back gets a little bit of space, and once he gets space, you can see he knows how to navigate and get down the field and make a big play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Power football with the run. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Turns it loose. Oh, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of Aaron. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the sack all the way back at the 5. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. We'll get this quarter going with a 2nd down play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Crosses to 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Harrell. He's got him in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Gives it to the back on the draw. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And they fail to hook up on third down. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together.
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Coming after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Looking to move it through the air. He throws one to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off with it?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Great players like this just do a good job of making you pay. And if you want to drop back and play coverage, that's fine. He can scramble around, buy time, beat you down the field. But if nothing's open, boom. I take it to easily get a first down, make a big play, just make it a headache for the defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Pulls it and fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Feeling some heat. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Smashes it between the uprights. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's Croman Hope. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they move the ball down.
He wants to take the top off. And the pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lee.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He wants to throw. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Looking to throw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, no! He didn't see anyone open. He said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll come out throwing on first down. He wants to go deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Back to pass, it's Harrell. Trying to get to him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start the second half.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Loss of 4. Second down coming up.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. The quick out. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
On the option, he'll toss it. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This offense has a second down play. Dropping back, it's Harrell. He's going for it all. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's raining, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Dropping back, it's Harrell. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Here comes the offense on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had the last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off at times.
He's going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return, it's Allen. Smashes through the tackle. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Off the play fake on first down. They get to him as he throws. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Quick pass on the fly motion. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Getting some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Absolutely perfect. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Might as well give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And the Seminoles will keep this drive going.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The give and tick, 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 tick. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Paul. Looking deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Harrell. Pressure coming. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Tar Heels are on the move. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Unleashes one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires to the wideout. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Let's it fly. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 2nd and long here, but objective number 1, keep that clock moving. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Noles decide to punt it away. Makes a move. And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Oh, that was a pretty